Hi, and welcome to this content marketing training about creating your content calendar. This is Jen Phillips April with jenphillipsapril.com and Right Words Marketing. So, content calendar is the concept that you're actually planning out your social media content ahead of time. For example, you may take some time on a Sunday afternoon or Monday morning or whatever, an hour or two, and create a plan of action around the types of things that you're going to create. In some cases, it may be the posts themselves, and in others, it may be the idea. So here's a quick example. This is what I do for a lot of my clients is I'll create some different posts or ideas for posts, and then so we have a date, and we have where it will be placed. You know what's going to look like. So this could be a date, it could be a day of the week. It really kind of depends on what you're doing, what you're looking to achieve. And then ideally this is always tied to your goals. So for example, your social media goals may be to drive more traffic back to your website. You may be looking to grow your email list, get people to an event, etc. So your content will be around that. So you want to always think like a publisher. And for a lot of business people who are not used to this, it's a new thing. So if you're a business owner and you're kind of always used to running all the aspects of your business, you're not thinking like a publisher, generally speaking. So by that, I mean, look at the magazines on the news racks at the grocery store or wherever you go, or go to Amazon and look at some of the magazines. See what's out there. There's a theme, right? There's always a theme around the different issues. So, for example, women's fashion magazines, in the wintertime, they're doing spring fashion looks, new spring fashion trends. In the summertime, it'll be, swimsuit gear, swimwear, and gear for the beach. In the August, it'll be fall trends. So there's always a theme. And cooking is the same way, like cooking magazines. In March, you might have, holiday dinners, like, for Passover or Easter. You could have, you also looking at comfort foods, things like that. I'm just thinking off the top of my head here. But you always have a theme around them, different ones, different issues, right? So you can do the same thing. So for example, if you have a holiday coming up, how can you tie something into into this holiday, whether it be a national holiday like maybe it's a Christmas Day, or maybe it's a Veterans Day, or maybe it's Mardi Gras. How can you tie something in with your theme? And some are going to be easier than others. For example, if you're a realtor, you could easily be doing, ways of staging your house, at Christmas time, or 5 ways to sell your house easier during the winter season, things like that. So you got to be thinking about those types of things you want to post, what your goal is, and then the actual post itself, right? So you could be doing, this could be just a link to something. You might decide to go get a picture for Tuesday, and I don't know, maybe you have a theme on Tuesday. I'm going to just do some tulips because I like tulips, and it's February when I'm recording this. So you could write stuff on this. There are tools that will help you do that. PicMonkey or Canva. You can use those and to put your website on here, to write Happy Spring, whatever you might want to do, and then you can conclude whatever you might want to say in here as well. If you're a spa, or if you're a florist, it's tulip season. Maybe it's tulip season and you're a florist and you have like 20 colors, or it's getting to be prom season, so you can post pictures of boutonnieres and corsages, right? Or you're looking to draw on the the wedding market, and so you're going to be posting pictures about bridal bouquets and things like that. So lots of different ways just to create this. But the idea is if you sit down and you do a bit of it at a time and you put it, you kind of lay it out, then someone else can implement it for you. Excuse me. Or you can add to it as the week goes on, and ideally you're going to train yourself to be coming up with new ideas on a pretty regular basis so that you're always having something to choose from. Okay, and then you can mix things up, you can add things as you want, and if you're having particular sales or particular things that are happening, you can just lay that all out. Like oftentimes I'll just create some posts, and if I know that there's certain dates that things are happening, I'll make posts around that first, and then I go back and fill in the gaps. So I really do look at it from a calendaring perspective. Like if I'm doing it for the week or for the month, then I look at the calendar, maybe a physical, actual, traditional calendar, and then go from there. And any kind of speaking events or any actual trainings or anything that's going on that I want to get out, then I make sure I post around that on the dates that I want to get messages out around that. Okay, so I hope that helps. A little bit about creating a content calendar. You can get a lot more information about what goes in here, how to fill in these gaps from my course, Craft Your Social Media Plan, which you can is available on my website at jenphillipsapril.com. And I can do this live in person for groups of people, or you can buy my Craft Your Content Marketing Plan and go through it on your own with videos and worksheets so that you have an idea of what you're going to be posting, who you're going to be connecting with, and where you're going to be doing it. So thank you very much, and I look forward to seeing you next time.